Alright, we are back for the second stream of the day. We just raided door for all of the Genshin viewers who are not interested in electronics projects. Um, it's the second stream of the night, and we're gonna take it easy from here. Um, no more door lurking in chat making me nervous. No more Winnie lurking in chat making me nervous about being judged. Um, Maybe it's just me and Alex for the next couple of hours. Not that we don't appreciate the support of those folks, but just I don't know. I feel like I always get a little bit more nervous than I should when I know that people are silently judging me. I don't know. Maybe that just means I'm not cut out to be a streamer after all. Alex says, I feel like when are gonna come back soon. Maybe. But nonetheless, we're gonna make progress. We're gonna make progress tonight, a non-zero amount of progress towards the LED mass project. And now with our fancy new camera, we can get all of those shallow depth of field effects using the fast aperture. I think I'm gonna move my keyboard. Where am I gonna move it? The layout is all completely different now that I have this giant camera on top of my desk. I might want to go and try and mount it actually. Um, let's see. Okay, I might want to try and mount it. Um, Actually, maybe it's good if I do everything on the mat, and then I will have. Yeah, let me go and try that. Gonna bend these tripod legs without exposing my face. You guys can have a nice look at my room here. So this is my my streaming setup. Um, Sorry for the shaky cam. I'm just adjusting these tripod legs. Let's see if I can get away with not showing my face. Just for a little bit longer. The relatively heavy camera. Okay, cool. And we can have this tilt down, but a bit further away out. Okay. Okay. Okay, this portion should. Is this good? Yeah, okay, this is good. And then I'll just have this mat here to be my project space. That way I can get the keyboard back. Um, all right, and then I'll have my whatchamacallit. I'll have my mouse here. Okay, that looks like it's relatively straighter than it used to be. All right, now that we've got the title card set for the thumbnail, let's see if we can get what we had working last time working again. Let's head back to the desktop. So, okay, everything looks good so far. Let's get the Arduino app back again. So the new part that I got this time, which I believe is still in a package. Okay, got my Ziploc bag full of things. Can I actually open this? Wonderful. This is it. I believe this is it. Everything starts to look the samey after a while, but let's see. Go over to whoop sorry, microphone just started slanting a lot. Okay, a little bit better. All right, let's go back to the side cam and let's open up this package. So this is the fancy new toy to play with this time. Instead of the digital microphone, or I guess it wasn't a microphone, it was more of a sound detector that we got last time. We're gonna be using this one tonight. This is gonna be This is going to be the red microphone, which is very nice. Just ripped the electrostatic bag. And let me see if I can zoom in to focus on this. So hopefully that's nice and high resolution quality. You can take a look at my fingernail is recovering from a previous injury, but the that's not the point of the show. Um, uh, Today we've got this brand new component. It is a 4-pinned microphone, and then this one I believe uses analog, and we can use the correct tutorial that we found last time on how to properly program this. Okay, maybe I'll plug it in right now, and then we can figure out how to wire it afterwards, just so that I have a place to put it. Plug. Plug. Ooh, it's stiff. Ah, okay. All the way in. All right, and then let me adjust the focus back. Okay, nice and crispy. Team Crispy. That is the team that we are on. Um, so let's see if I can get the Arduino to fire back up. Sorry that I keep bumping into the microphone. I think I might need to adjust this arm to go over my head as opposed to right next to my shoulders. So this is what do we even have last time? This is so long ago, like what, 2 weeks ago. This was us trying to get the the binary microphone working. Micro Microphones are binary. Interesting. Okay, but let's see if I can get the fast LED program loaded up, and I have to go and plug this in into my computer. Sorry, I can't find the cable that I usually use for Mini B to plug into the Arduino. Yeah, just gonna have to see if I can find it. Oh. Okay, I think I found the correct cable. Now I have to plug it into the computer. Okay. And then I will move the camera for it to pick up the correct orientation in a bit. All right, adjust the focus. Nice. Okay, nice and crispy. Okay, so back in the computer, let's go and rerun this. Upload, and what is this even doing? This is our fast LED program. We were reading from the microphone, and then we were making up colors that change according to the microphone. Okay, let me see if I can load up the old microphone program. That all it did was, yep, all it did was read from the microphone. That way we can do a proof of concept, right? Okay, so this one is the only pieces of code is all on this one single page. Let me actually, yeah, this is maybe 2 pages now that I've zoomed in quite a bit. So last time we had an LED pen and we had a sensor pin. and then we set the baud rate to 9600 for the standard for the standard out for the console output. We did a digital read on the sensor pin, and then if it's high, then we turn on the LED, and if it's low, then we turn off the LED. Okay. And this happened quite a few times a second. I think it was like what 128,000 times a second. Might be a little bit too fast of a loop rate. But let me go and pull up the tutorial. There's Door and there's Winnie. Stream I'm still lurking in them. Okay. All right. Shrimping aside, let's go and find that LED mask tutorial using the correct microphone this time. I didn't have a bookmark. That's interesting. Arduino LED mask. Oh, not Arduino. No, Arduino microphone. Man, I'm just my brain's not getting enough calories tonight. Arduino microphone, yes, and this is the actual one that we have. It's even the same color, same number of pins. Ours has got the little hole in the center. Where's the side cam? Yep, it's got the hole in the center. I know it's not focused, but yeah, it's definitely in the right part. Let's go and plug it in. Maybe you guys can see it over here in the camera. Yeah, definitely the same part. All right, back to the desktop. And let's see, using a microphone with Arduino. I think this is the one that we saw earlier from randomtutorials.com. And of course, ours is also red and has a hole in the center. At the left side, you can see the KY038. That is the microphone that we have. And then the LM393 was the one that we had last week, which is not the correct microphone because it uses a threshold detector to figure out whether or not things are loud or not loud, which doesn't really help us because we need a numerical value. But for this one that we're using, which has 4 pins, apparently ground, analog pins, digital pins, and 5 volt. Okay, so positive, negative, and data. That is all that we have. Okay, so we're not using the LM393. We are using the KY038 with the analog pin A0. This one is an example, and it's asking us to wire it up according to this diagram. Now I'm going to zoom in for better visibility. Assemble all of the parts using the schematics below. Okay, so let's see what they have. So they've got the Arduino board. Ground goes to ground, power goes to power, which is good. They're powering the microphone, and then they have a yellow wire coming out of the digital pin. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Right, this is the one that we used last time. Right, which is the digital one. Okay, so this is actually not the right tutorial. Let's try this one. Arduino.cc tutorial. Actually, is there one that just is like a proof of concept? Oh, excuse me today. Okay, this one uses I just realized the red one also has a adjuster on it. So maybe it is also a threshold microphone. Let's see. Oh, sorry, just been coughing like a smoker today. Maybe the threshold adjuster is for the digital, whereas the analog will give us the actual value. Principle of action, schematics. Okay, this one's using analog in for I guess the analog wiring, and then there's the code. So let's see the code. I'm gonna go and copy it over to a new Arduino IDE document. So I'm gonna save this one as mic-analog. So let's see what they're trying to do before we figure out what we want to do. For their setup, they're saying set up the console, print out an initializing system, all of their fancy words here. And then they're saying the pin mode for the microphone pin, which I guess they're plugging into the analog zero port. Um, so the pin mode should be input, okay? And then there's a loop which just says read microphone. So this is a function within the loop. And then the function, which is the subroutine, says to do an analog read on the microphone pin. So do a read, and then depending on what the read is, just print it out. Okay, that's very good. So this is like a very nice proof of concept just to know, see what kind of values we get out of this little red blob here. So verify. Can we just upload this? Oh, I haven't actually wired up the microphone yet. Okay, so let me go and go over to the side cam. According to a tiny little lettering, which I will show after I move my mouth away from the mic. According to the tiny lettering that is on the very top of, or I guess, let me go and flip it upside down. On the very bottom, there are some letters. What do they say? They say A0, which is analog 0. There's ground positive, which is going to be 5 volts, and then there's D0, which is digital 0. So I think we just have to wire up the analog 0, which is the data lane, and then we have to wire up the ground and positive lane. So it should be a relatively easy job. Let me get this right. So number 2 from the left is gonna focus back real quick. Okay, number 2 from the left is ground. Number 3 from the left is power, and then the leftmost one is data. Okay, so I'm gonna have to try and remember that because I'm not gonna be able to see this once I plug it in. All right, where is my cabling box? All right, here we are. Back with the cables. And we got some, I think these cables are used for power that we might need later for the LEDs. And then these are extenders that I don't really need right now. And then here is some orange and blue wires apparently. Okay, yeah, sure, why not? Let's just use orange and blue wires. So orange for positive and blue for negative. Oh, this is really hard to see. Camera pointed directly at it. Positive. You guys probably can't hear me right now because the microphone's too far away. All right, I'll do my best. Positive number 40 goes over to positive. Isaac Clay is here. Hello, welcome, Isaac. We're doing our LED electronics project with a microphone this time. We're plugging in an additional microphone. This one is going to be an analog microphone as opposed to the digital that we used last time, which did not work. And then we're going to do negative to negative, although I've mixed up the coloring of the cables. Yeah, let me go and fix that. So blue is going to be negative. Okay. Negative is ground. Okay. I'm just double checking my work here because I don't want to do this twice. I might have to. Okay, blue is negative. And then orange is positive. Positive is the third pin from the left. Okay, so right next to the negative. Okay. Ooh, it lit up some LEDs on top of the microphone. Very nice and bright red LEDs. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. I know my mouth is a little bit far from the microphone when I'm leaning in. Let's see. Um, Isaac Clay says I just hit AR50 last week. Nice. That's really fast, man. Like you're you're getting to the point where like I remember right after AR50, that was the point when I was like, okay, um first of all, I've already spent a lot of time into this game. And then like I felt like after AR50 it was just like super hard to gain any ARs at all whatsoever. Do I need a resistor in between the data in and oh wait, no, I plug it directly into the Arduino, right? So I don't think I need a resistor in the middle, but let me go and check. Let me get back to the desktop and then let's find the tutorial there, wherever it is. Yeah, they don't use a resistor in between the input and the analog in signal. Okay, I guess it's not super hard required. Oh, battery exhausted. Oh, that's not gonna do. We need this camera. Battery exhausted is not gonna do. I'm gonna turn it off and have it charge for a bit. And in the meantime, let me go and dig out my backup camera, which is my Insta360 1R. And hopefully that will serve as a nice backup until we can get this back up. Oh man, the cameras are Pepega today. I wish you guys can see this, but I'm unscrewing things. Okay. Our only job is to charge. What? Okay, and now let me get this camera back onto the mounting track. Um, Isaac Clay asks, Alex says lower volume, but we can still hear you. I'm glad. And then Isaac Clay says, have you done a face reveal? I have not done an intentional face reveal, although I'm sure Alex has seen me accidentally show parts of my face on more than a few occasions. Isaac Clay said, talk technical. You've done a face reveal before, lol. Which topic would you like for me to talk technical about? Um, that would be what you need to type into the prompt. But yes, the redemption for talk technical would be for you to pick a topic, and then I will do my best to blather on for a whole minute in a technical tone of voice on the subject of your choosing. Okay, so I've unscrewed the mounting plate, and then I'm gonna screw it into the Insta360 using this little key that I have. Very interesting process, but I wish you guys could see it. But you know, obviously, you don't have a camera. Okay. adjusting the tripod right now. All right, so that should be hopefully plugged in. And let me get the USB cable. Okay, so it's plugged in, and then OBS, where are you, OBS? Obi-Wan, you're the only one who can. What is it? What does she say? Obi-Wan, you're my last hope, something like that. Help me, Obi-Wan, something like that. Okay, so this is the bottom, and then we should have the right cam. Where's the right cam? This would have been the right cam, yeah. And then I'm gonna hide the Elgato. And then here's the Insta360 text and the Insta360 camera. Let's deactivate it and let's turn it on. Okay. And I know it's just a black stream right now. I'm sorry, guys. And then activate. Setting up a device as if I've never plugged in this camera before. Activate. Does it not activate? Nope. Device is ready. Okay. Guess it was installing drivers or something. Activate. Nope. Deactivate. Activate. Man, I hate how like as soon as you plug it into a different USB device, it just thinks that the world's been rewritten. Okay, it does not want to show up. Insta360 that's correct. Let's try Elgato screen link, maybe. Okay, that's the screen link. At least OBS is working. All right, but the Insta360, no, it does not wanna show up. Try the other USB port. Maybe it only wants to work on a single USB port. Sorry for the technical difficulties. I usually do this ahead of time, and I did do this ahead of time, but I did it with the other camera that is now out of batteries. Yeah, I'm glad Dor is not watching. Dor and Winnie are not watching. All right. It is off. I need to turn it on. Have you tried turning it off and on again? Okay. It thinks it's on. But does it think it's a webcam? Setting up a device. Again. This is so sad. Alex says it's okay. You're still working out the kinks. Thank you guys for your forgiveness. I do believe I need to go and yeah, I've encountered a similar issue before. But I think what I need to do is go to the camera and then reset the settings for USB mode. This is also one of the reasons why I stopped using this camera, is just because it's too software heavy. I like a nice analog camera, you know, like a camera that it has its own operating system. It says no SD card, and it's showing a purple. Why is the viewfinder showing a purple image? Is this? Oh, is this frozen? Oh my goodness. I think it's actually frozen. I can't turn it off. Ah, software. Software and hardware. Such is the way of life. Yeah, I can't even force shut down. I'm holding down the power button for this camera. All right, okay. Maybe during all of our fidgeting, the Sony camera may have charged just enough battery to wake up again. Very possible. Okay. All right. This one's alive again. Let's go under settings. Under maybe USB mode. Where's USB mode? General. USB is webcam mode. Okay, cool. So it is on the right settings. Let's plug it in one last time, see if it works. All right, USB device not recognized. That means it's plugged in. That's correct. All right, I got the green light. Let's try activate. Nopers. Today is, oh, hello? 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 That is the correct image for me to see. And then let's go over back to desktop. Wonderful. Okay. Okay. We got image. We have the correct image. This might show too much of my head. Gonna get this down a little bit. Okay, we are kind of back. Well, what were we doing right before this? I think Alex says, "See you now." Yes, I hope the stream is back, and I don't know. Maybe the lo-fi has kept the viewers around. Maybe not. I don't know because I don't see the viewer count anymore. Helps me focus quite a bit. Okay. So we've wired up everything except for the data cable. So we got ground, we got 5 volts. And then maybe I'll just use this blue one for the data cable because they're using a blue one for the data cable. Winnie's here, says, hi fams. Hi Winnie, I don't know how much of my camera struggles you just witnessed when my Sony's battery died, and I was trying to figure out this Insta360 replacement. When it says, "OMG, I thought you ended your stream." I did. I ended my Genshin stream, and I know sometimes people tune in just for the Genshin content. I didn't want to have that interest go to waste, so I ended up rating Door. I sent Door all of my viewers, which who is it's me Door. That's her username. And then we started a second late night stream. This is for electronics project. We are building an LED RGB Arduino controlled face mask with a lot of light bulbs that's going to show up. This is, I think, stream number 6 for this project. We've tested out the circuit board. We've sent signals to RGB lights. Alex was here for almost all of these streams. We've sent signals to the RGB strip a couple of projects ago, or a couple of sessions ago, and then last time we were trying to get a microphone working, but I bought the wrong component for the microphone. So now I am using the correct component, which is a red microphone. And by the way, Alex correctly predicted Winnie's return. I think earlier in the chat he wrote, I feel like Winnie is just gonna come back soon. And he is indeed correct. Winnie says, "Oh man, if I knew you were streaming, I still would have rated you." Oh no, LMO, what do you mean? Haha. I feel like Genshin viewers, audience might not be interested in this project. Like this is kind of a, I wouldn't say boring, but definitely a off-topic project for people who are strictly gamers. So I didn't want that interest to go to waste. I ended up writing "It's me, Door 2. I trust your recommendation, huh?" Yeah, I haven't watched too many of why do I smell burning? Okay, all of these resistors are okay. Sorry. All of these resistors are cool to the touch, so I don't think we're getting burning. All the wires are cool to the touch as well. Okay, I didn't short my circuit. That's good. I haven't watched too many of her streams, but I have lurked in there for a bit, and I know she's a part of. I don't know if a part is the right word, but I know she collaborates with Transcendence's community as well, and she's a pretty well-known person there. And I really like Calvin's content. and she's the one who organized his kudo board for his birthday. So I did want to send her the audience there, and I hope she is doing well with her content as well. But yes, we're wiring up this microphone. Let me go back to the desktop so we can see the schematic. Basically, we have a positive, a negative, and then we also have a data lead. When it says, oh, true, yeah, I remember seeing her name before too. That's why I felt so comfy rating her. Yeah, she's Calvin mentions her a lot. I think I'll just put it that way. Calvin mentions her a lot. I don't know exactly how long they've known each other, but she seems to be a pretty close member in his community. Okay, so let me get this data cable plugged into the data pin. Where are the data pins? These are all digital pins on the left side that I'm looking at right now. And then um, all the ones on the right are analog pins, I think. Okay. Okay, cool. So I have it plugged into the A1 analog pin. Now let's see if we can read some values from there. But yeah, I'm glad that you made a connection with Asmeth's gym slash crystal. I don't know if any of you guys in the chat knows of oh, excuse me. Ate that dinner way too quick. That needs to be like an emote of just like me burping because I burp way too much on stream. But let me go and shout out Osmanthus Gym. Osmanthus Gym. Also a Genshin streamer, also a um, super chill vibes streamer. She like streams almost exclusively when I don't stream. Um, Let me see if I can go over to the desktop. Yep, okay. If you check her schedule, like I stream on Wednesdays and Saturdays. And if you check her schedule, is she hosting? What is okay? Well, close this. Sorry. And then she streams like all days except for Wednesdays and Saturdays. So I tend to lurk in her chat as well, and she plays a lot of lo-fi music. She does Genshin, she does Legos. Um, so for those of you guys in chat, um, definitely go and check her out if you're interested in my stream because I think we have very similar vibes, or I would like to say that we have similar vibes. But yeah, I'm glad that I was at Winnie's stream a few nights ago, and then I think I popped in at the very last moment, and I was like, "Oh, you're ending stream. Try rating this person." Like I pulled the not so what's the word? What's the word? I'm picking all my words tonight. Um, Not so savvy move, not so savory move of like joining in a stream at the very end and then just making the recommendation for the raid. But I'm glad that you guys also made a connection. When it says Calvin and Crystal, Jim, let me go and yep, that's up. Are legit. I'm so happy meeting so many cool people through you and other people in this corner of Genshin Twitch. Yeah, do we have our little corner of Genshin? I feel like I just kind of know people, but it's rare to have these like stronger, like what are they called? Like higher degrees of connections where it's like not only do I know A and B, but A knows B, right? It's nice to have that close knit community as well. I know Alex is also like he's in he's in Sack Accountant stream all of the time because I see him placing those elite units. Alex, I know you. Um, and I know you're also in Kylie's chat. And then who is it? Tazdar, I see him everywhere. Ducky, I'm starting to see everywhere now. Yeah, maybe we do have a little corner of Genshin that we belong in. But yes, continuing on with the content. Not that you guys watch me for the content. I can't really imagine people being like, yeah, serial.begin 9600 semicolon. But I'm glad that you guys are here to hang out. Alex says, "Yep, I've been grinding them stream raiders. You got all those elite units. I see you on the top of the scoreboard all the time. You must be winning all of Sack Accountant's credit cards for his elite skins, huh?" When it says, "I didn't think there was a corner at first, but I went to some other Genshin streams. They're not as comfy or as welcoming as everyone here is." Huh. Interesting. I've heard that like non-Genshin parts of Twitch are kind of toxic, and it probably depends on the game, but I do hear that other parts of Twitch are non-Genshin parts of Twitch are not as friendly. And Twitch or Genshin tends to be a kind of a nicer community, relatively speaking. But I didn't know that we are even more of the comfy of the comfy games. I guess when it says, "Oh yes, other games are way more toxic." Lamau. When I stream Outriders, there were some creepy people to say the least. Oof. Uh, and I think for our female streamers who might be in chat, like you this kind of stuff you guys have to put up with. Um, well, like as a male streamer, I might not gather the same velocity when it comes to receiving an audience, but the folks who do stop by tend to be people who are, you know, um, I've been on the internet for a very long time, and it's more likely to get, it's more likely to meet people who are a little bit too introverted um, than not. But I don't know. With the pandemic, there's a lot of casual folks. I think we would call them normies. Not that I'm trying to make a derogatory term out of our friends who have normal lifestyles, but a lot more normies coming in to Twitch and joining in, and for better or worse, or for better or for worse, they are normalizing things, I think. um, what am I missing in chat? Creepy people to say the least, but I've never experienced that when streaming Genshin. Yeah, Alex says, "I'm either in this corner or the big Genshin streamers. They are entertaining to watch, but you do lose the interaction aspect." Yeah, absolutely. And I'm like, ever since Alex, you told me about some of these bigger Genshin streamers, I've been following them, not necessarily because I'm like terribly interested in their communities, but to see what I can learn from them, right? Because like us as smaller streamers, like we say we're down for the chill vibes and the community, and of course we are. But at the same time, like if we just restrict our audience and our shrimping and our own viewership to people of similar size, then it's hard to grow, right? When you're working amongst peers, it's hard to grow out of that group if once you've gotten comfortable with it. Um, and some of these big streamer ideas can also apply to our little streaming communities as well. Like the karaoke app. That was something that I learned after watching Darlene for a while. Darlene, who is a singer, she uses software to manage her karaoke streams. When it says normal lifestyles, KEKW. But yeah, I'm sorry that especially our female streamers, but I'm sorry for anyone who's had a bad experience on Twitch. That like people on the internet are gonna be people on the internet. But at the same time, sometimes you find that special friend or person that you connect with, and it makes it all worth it, right? Life's too short being spent hanging around with people you don't like. All right, I'm back into the microphone. I'm gonna see if I can um, maybe abridge the VOD version of this. But back to the code. I think I have everything wired up correctly. We got power, we got data, and that's pretty much as we need. So let's see if I can read some values from this microphone. Press upload. When it says you're right, fams, that's so true. Yeah. And there's sometimes I hear my friends or family members who are complaining like, oh, I spent like 2-3 hours arguing with this person online, like in a YouTube comment, or like oh they were just so wrong and I wanted to make them right, and like I wanted like you get into that mentality of like someone's wrong on the internet, like I need to go and fix this. Um and you can spend your time doing that, and like some of the toxicity can be engaging in some ways, but at the same time, life's too short to be spent with people you don't like. What is happening? So Sketch uses global variables. Done uploading. Okay, so code is up there. Let's see what we get out of the console. I believe there's a tiny little button on the top right called the serial monitor that we can open. And oh my goodness, this is a lot of data. And it says mic detected and mic value numbers around 1024. Okay. So it's giving us a lot of numbers. There's a lot of junk in here that I don't really care about. For example, if mic value is higher than 600, then say mic detected. Okay, I don't really care that much. Serial.print mic value. Okay, why don't we just print the actual value that we're reading and not text that says, hey, here is the label for the value, because we know what we're printing. It's like one line of code. All right, we uploaded that, and now let's see what output that we get. Alex says, yeah, a lot of creeps and trolls go after female streamers. Mods just gotta ban them. Yeah, yeah. Like, what makes you different from other streamers isn't necessarily just your content, but how you interact with your audience. And if you don't ban people, that can sometimes be just as bad as banning the wrong person. Like, if you normalize certain things and you let things slip, then the rest of chat might think, okay, this is the type of community that tolerates this type of content. So yeah, like when you gotta ban people, just gotta ban them. Alex says, have a good lurk. Oh, I missed some chat. Okay, I'm gonna go and do some stuff offline now, but I'm glad I caught you, fams. I'm gonna go and lurk. Hope making this mask goes well. Thank you so much for coming and dropping by, Winnie. Thanks, fam. Bye and take care and have a wonderful night. I think it's pretty late for you, and I hope you get some rest. Okay, so back to the content. We're getting a lot of values, but they are like 1023, 1024. These are very high values. And I'm guessing I have to go and adjust the threshold knob here in order to figure out what is the correct value to set. But let's check the tutorial real quick, because they might tell us exactly what is going on here. So the result says try snapping your fingers. Okay. The tutorial, the sensor used in this tutorial is an electric condenser microphone. It consists of two plates. Okay. The vibrations in the air are transformed into displacement in the mobile diaphragm, which creates a variation in the electrical potential created by the sensor, which sends an electrical signal to the microcontroller. There are several modes of microphone with differing sensitivities to detect louder or quieter sounds. One model may be more suitable. Okay, it doesn't tell us what this knob does, the blue one, because I believe I'm supposed to be able to put a Phillips screwdriver in there and then adjust the levels there. Actually, why don't I just try doing that and see what comes out on the other end in terms of numbers? Where's my little screwdriver that I was working with? Okay, let's go over to the side cam. I got my screwdriver set. This is gonna be a Phillips head, and I'm gonna use J00 because it's slightly bigger. I might actually need a screwdriver itself. Not head. Okay. This is the screwdriver. And then just because it's kind of in there and I need to go and reach it. So right now I am getting value. Oh, I was getting values of like 900 for a sec there. I wonder what changed it. That was strange. It looks like it's behaving more like a capacitor than it is a microphone. I'm gonna go and spin it down and see what happens. Oh, interesting. Ours doesn't have a knob. Okay, I got the instruction manual out for the DSD Tech. Oh no, this is not it. Where's our little baggie? Okay, I got like a new one. All right. And I don't believe there's actually a can't open this. I don't believe there's actually a knob on here that we can adjust, unlike the diagram. Yeah, it's covered up by blue tape. Hmm. Okay. Maybe if I peel the blue tape off, I can adjust the volume levels. Let's see. Yeah, this is slightly different from the one that we're seeing on the screen right now. Let's see. What is the type for this microphone? Where was this? arenacorp.com. Okay, and then this was a, where was it? Huh, it didn't write it here. Huh, SG something. Okay, I'm gonna peel off the blue tape that is seemingly covering the adjustment knob in here. I have like 10 of these things, so I don't really mind if any one of them breaks. Let me see if I can just stab it through the paper. Nope, nope. Seems to be covered pretty well. And we are still getting kind of garbagey values out of this thing. Let me try it with a different one. So I'm just gonna unplug it and replug it. Side cam. Wait. Okay. This one doesn't light up when I plug it in. But it does give us values. 390 or 930. And the baud rate has stopped. I think. Yeah, it's stopped sending values. I wonder if I shorted it accidentally. No? Did we run out of buffer room? Let me re-upload this back to the desktop. Arduino. Mic analog. COM3. System cannot find. Okay, let me reset this. Okay. Can't open device. Problem uploading to the board. Whoa, this got really hot. I wonder if this is a faulty component and then it shorted or something. Alright, I accidentally jerked the wires free. Let me plug that back in. Alex says not working as it's supposed to. Yeah. Oh no. Some of these components might not be as high quality. The one that I pulled out of the bag had bent pins around the capacitor module. When I first pulled it out, and then I unbent it so that it was straight. Okay, let's see if our app works without the microphone. Okay, now it's at least back. But some of these components are pretty hot to the touch. This particular one had a bent microphone, if you can see that on camera. Well, yeah, so it was bent. Yeah, let me open another bag. This is like Pokemon cards. I guess I bought. I'm glad that I bought 5 of them instead of 1 of them now, because failure rate might be kind of high. Might be. All right, this is our 3rd one. Also has kind of a bent capsule. Let's see. Hopefully this one doesn't short out our board like the last one. Nice. This one. Test. This one has only 1 light on, which I think means that the second light was used for threshold detection. And this one actually turns on. So let's see what we get out of this one. Run program. Now let's look at the console. Okay, 1005. These values don't change. Well, the wiring looks okay so far. Oh, you know what it is? We're reading off of pin number 0. We should be reading off of pin number 1 because that's how we wired it. All right. A Pega moment. All right, let's see if we get better output out of this. This is 225 for pin number 1, which was where we actually wired it to. Test. It's giving us values of 216. Snapping my fingers here on the side. Still 215. Oh, if I touch it or if I tap it, it changes quite a bit. Interesting. If I have my hand on the board, it seems to jump up to 250. Oh, I think it detected that one. That it went up to like 250 and then went back down. Let me just go and keep tapping it on the board. Okay, now it's changing quite a lot between 250 and 190. Okay, so this might be kind of useful values for us to use for the lights. So if I do nothing, it's 227. If I start moving the board around a lot, and then it fluctuates. All right, let's see if we can turn those numbers into colors. Very nice. I think it's just an analog read, right? Pin mode, mic pin is input. Yep. And then we're just gonna read microphone, which is an analog read. Yes. Okay. So I have this code off on the side. Alex is taking notes. Oh my goodness, that is an adorable emote. Fob MKEQR. It's an adorable emote. Kind of reminds me of Pepe G. Pepe G, where Pepe takes notes. Let's see, fastled.ino. What was the one we were using? FastLED, I believe. Okay, so what do we have here? This is a lot of code from the last time we tried to make something happen with the digital microphone. So fast LED, okay. And then we have a sensor pin, which is input. And previously we used sensor pin number 8, okay. Um, this time we need to use sensor pin A1, okay. So microphone pin is going to be A1. And then I don't think we need all of these variables from the last time. Yeah, we have a lot of stuff from last time. I'm just trying to understand, trying to remember what all of these were used for. Okay, we generated some numbers last time and then we displayed them on the LED strip. Okay, we have a delay at the very end, just for 1 millisecond so that we don't run this program way too fast. Okay, I'm gonna delete all of these variables and then let's just start from a working state. Number of LED pins, number 7, number of LEDs 144. Let's go and wire in the LEDs as well. Alex says it's catching. Oh, is it catching? He's got glasses. I don't know if Kaching's got glasses. Um, most of his modes are Genshin, BRB. Huh. I'm gonna have to check out the streamer just for the emotes because I do really like Genshin, as you guys know. Let me go and wire in the LED strips that we had so that we can rerun this program to set some colors for our LEDs just to make sure that it's working again. Okay, so we got the LED strips, and I don't think I need the power supply for this one because we're not actually going to turn on too many lights, I hope. So I'm gonna plug it directly into the circuit board just to have a little bit of power that's coming off of the USB. Red is positive, and then green is ground. Don't short out, please. Okay. No, green is data. White is ground. Okay, this should turn it on already, but maybe with garbage data. And then the green one, let's plug it into number 7. Oh, that was on this side of the circuit board. Positive. White is negative. Okay, cool. We got it back and is lit again, as the kids say these days. All right, let me see if I can get that to point towards the camera so you guys can actually see the colors. Okay. Cool. All right, back to the desktop. Why do we have millisecond counters here? Totally forgot. We were debugging something. All right, let's get rid of all this code and then just start from something clean. R equals random. Okay, so this is where we generate our new colors. Okay. And then fastLED.show, and then this is to program some of the colors. So instead of doing 20, because I don't have enough current to do 20, I'm just gonna do 3. Yeah, okay. We should have enough power to power 3 RGB lights. Okay, so let's just generate some. Okay, so millisecond counter, if it's... Where does it start? It doesn't start. Int ms counter equals 0. So this is our counter, okay. Actually, I don't think I actually care about what the counter value is. Let's just generate these numbers. And then set them on all 3. Okay. And then do we need to declare these? Int R, int G, and int B. Was this how we did things? I totally forgot. Yeah, okay. Might have to initialize it to some initial value first. And then I'll have these colors generation in the setup for now, just so that it don't start flickering on us. Let's try that. Pin mode, sensor pin doesn't exist. We are looking at microphone pin now. Mic pin. Mic pin is A1. Okay. Let's go and upload that. Exit status 1, MS counter, right. Where do we still have? Okay, we don't need this value either. Let's just try and get some lights to show. Okay. All right, we got some colors. I think the rest of the strip is needs to be manually unlit. So let's do from 3 to 20 maybe. We're just gonna turn it off. So it's gonna be 0, 0, 0. Alex says, made myself a quick Insta ramen. Very nice. You just made me crave, man. That sounds like it's very delicious. Yeah, I'm like drooling already. I'm gonna have to do exactly what you did, once we are done with the stream. But it seems to not have paid attention to anything we've said so far. We said pin number 7 should have had, Yeah, LED pin is number 7. Pin number 7 should have told the strip to turn itself off except for the first three lights. And it hasn't done that. Gonna unplug and replug some of the components. Let me double check on wiring. Yeah, it's on power. Green is going to number 8 for some reason. Did we have this for something else? Maybe. Okay, let me rewire this so that I use the resistor on number 7. So apparently I wasn't sending it to the right pins. Because I didn't wire it up fully correctly. Hardware and software. Alex says, I thought you ate right before the stream. Yes, I did. And I'm hungry already. I guess that's what workouts do for you. Okay, so correctly this time. Okay, this looks a lot more correct. Let's see, side cam. Yeah, so now it's just the first. Well, it's the first 3 LEDs, but the first one's under some tape, so you can't actually see it. But now it is correctly lighting up to some random values, apparently. I'm going to re-upload it and see if it gives us slightly different colors. No, not really. Huh. So the first, okay, let me change the code a little bit so that the first 6 light up. Yeah, okay. Still not paying attention to us. Oh, there we go. So we got 5 lit up just as the code told it to, which is nice. Okay, and we don't care about the rest of the strip. But it is supposed to use values that are different. Okay, let me have it generate new colors on every iteration. So if it works correctly, it should be flashing a lot. And it is not. It seems to be using... Oh, no, it is flashing. It's flashing quite a lot. Okay. That's going to give me a seizure. All right, let me go and turn this off. So I guess on average, you're going to get a whitish color just because these are very light bulbs. Go and comment this out instead. Okay, now it's off. That's correct because we didn't set any RGB values. Okay, now let's see if we can set the RGB values from the microphone or read red values. So microphone is reading from analog. Analog read from microphone pin. All right. Mic val equals analog read. And we're gonna have to instantiate it up here. Yeah, I believe if you don't instantiate it, it might just start off with garbage values. That is essentially whatever value was assigned in memory before the memory was reallocated for usage for this integer. So it's also always good to instantiate your variables when you're working with a low-level language. Okay, so what do we get? Nothing changed because all we did was read from the microphone. And then from the red value from the microphone. Yeah, and we also need this pin mode. We already have it. Okay, cool. And then instead of printing it out, let's use it for the RGB values. So maybe I will have, instead of RGB, we will have mic val divided by 4, because I think it maxes out at 1024, which was what we saw with the other microphone. Let's upload that and see what happens. All right, it's on. And apparently it's supposed to be reading once. Is this every second or is this every millisecond? Let me go and check the documentation real quick. Um, mic val delay arduino. Oh shoot, I forgot to switch over back to desktop so that you guys can actually see the the code. Delay is apparently okay, so pauses for milliseconds. Okay, cool. So theoretically, if I touch this, it should adjust the coloring here. It does not. Interesting. Let's rerun this program. That shows us the value. $230. And if I touch it, it's still 230. I thought it changed quite a bit before. Unless this one maxes out at 256 in terms of value. But I don't think it does, right? Like, this is an analog read. So analog read maxes out at 1023, right? So we do want to divide it by 4. Okay, so our microphone isn't varying enough in output. Where is the analog program? Okay, cool. And then let's see if we can get some more values out of here. 256. I'm tapping on the board. Values don't seem like they're changing particularly much. I got my hand touching some of the components to see if any of these are hot. So far, so good. I've reset the program. Still not varying that much. I'm like scratching on the capsule now, and it's still at 200. And I went up to 300 for a bit. Okay. Let me rerun the fast LED program. Colors don't seem to be changing that much. Let me try 256 minus the microphone value for 2 of them so that we mix the colors a little bit. Human eyes are a lot easier to take notice of color differences as opposed to brightness differences. No, it's still blue. Hasn't changed at all. Mic val is analog read mic pin. Mic pin is A1. That is correct. Mic pin is A1. Let me see if this is working at all. I'm gonna go and mod the value by 200 by 10 actually. And now we should get flashing colors. Whoa. So I have it. Oh my goodness. It is a little bit random, but I have a mod by 10, so I guess those are should be random values. Okay. Um but it shouldn't be flashing. It should be getting more or less lit. Um hmm. Oh, I have it divided by 4, which means at most it's going to be 2, right? Because the max that this value could be, mic val, given what I have, should just be 10. And then 10 divided by 4 is at most 2. Right, which is why it's cyan all the time. Okay. Okay. So how do I increase the sensitivity here? Maybe we'll have the mic val be red here. Hmm. So it seems to fluctuate between like 200 and maybe like 400 at max. So what if we just, yeah, let's just read it and display it without divided by 4. That should give us a little bit more resolution, but then we peak out earlier. And let me do 256 to minus. So hopefully it should change colors. Yeah, hopefully it should change colors as opposed to changing brightness. Oh, every time I tap it, it like flashes greenish. Hello? Hmm. Uh, I think there was a way of yeah, from the very first tutorial, there was a way of smoothing out the signal. Um, Actually, I think it was just from the delay that smoothed out the signal. Let me change the delay to maybe 100 times a second instead of 1,000. Okay, if I tap it, it changes colors, which is interesting. Yes. Let me go over to the side cam. Yes. Uh, hmm. Okay, let me go and print out some of these values to see what they look like. It's nice that they're changing colors. I just want them to change colors more consistently to the sound of my voice as opposed to me tapping on the device. I don't know. Maybe if my mouth is a little bit closer to the microphone, it'd be more sensitive. Yes. 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 I think that's a negatory. Hmm. We got some progress, I think. Tapping it definitely sets it off. But I think it tops off at values that we don't really care about. Okay, let me divide this number by 256 and upload it. Yeah, it doesn't change that much. Or not 256 by 4. What am I doing? It's problems connecting to COM port 3. Might have to reset it. Wait. Okay. Okay, upload. Way less sensitive when I divide it by 4. Like to the point where it's not responding at all. What if I divide by 2? And let's go and start printing some of this out. Because I find the print functionality to be pretty useful. Serial.println, microphone val. Okay. Now let's get the serial monitor. 100-ish. It's just like fully lit all the time. Mic val, 256 minus mic val. Why is it just completely white? Oh, I guess this is half of 256. Right, so not enough sensitivity again. Oh, okay. Okay, so what we can do is make it more sensitive by minusing 100, then times by, I guess we can just minus. Yeah, it's not going below 90. So these are just arbitrary magic values for this particular microphone. And then we'll amplify it by 4. Now let's run that. Oh, we got parentheses for order of operations. Okay, so let's try that again. Yes, 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 yes. I think it's picking up the vibrations from the table. But these are capping out a little bit, I think. Maybe I'll minus 100. Yes. Yeah, I can get it to consistently change colors if I tap it. Yes. Yes. Yeah, every time I tap it, it very consistently changes colors. Huh. So, according to the description of the device that we're reading from, it says the condenser microphone consists of 2 plates. One is fixed, the other one's mobile. Vibrations in the air are transformed into a displacement. which creates a variation in electric potential. Yep. And sends a electric signal to the microcontroller. Which kind of makes sense why when we tap it. I guess when we tap it, it has a very sudden color shift. And the plate must have scooted to a different position, which is why it's a different color. But like to pick up on the vibrations instead of picking up on the taps, like picking up vibrations from my voice as opposed to the tap. The values there are probably very, very small, which means that yeah, we might have to actually mod this by a number as opposed to decreasing the range. Yeah, okay, let me see what happens when I mod this. Mod as a modulo, not as opposed to moderator. By yeah, 64. So our resolution is going to be 64. But then it should also be a lot more sensitive. Okay, no response after. Oh, I divided instead of modulo. Okay, let's try modulo. And then if we modulo by 64, we have to multiply it by 4, right? That way we get the amp and the boost in sensitivity, but then a drop in resolution. That's 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 still not sensitive enough to pick up my voice, even when I'm right next to it. Testing. Hmm. And let me change the delay a little bit so that maybe we only update this 20 times a second. We get less spazzy. Very nice colors. Test. Still very spazzy. Let's try 20 times a second. Let's try 10 times a second. Okay. Still seems really random as opposed to like intentional. I wonder how this microphone will pick up values after we're actually in the mask. Yeah, this might also not be the right component. So the other way that we can send signals to the board is that instead of sending it through a microphone that's an analog microphone that's directly on board, we can send it through Bluetooth. And then possibly even use my computer's microphone in order to activate it. That'll give us a lot more processing power on the computer side of things, and then just use the LED mask purely as a display without having it do any of the logic. Yeah. But just for funsies for tonight, I'm gonna try a resolution that is slightly higher with a sensitivity that is slightly lower. It's very good at picking up vibrations. It's just not vibrations from my voice. Ah, eh, oh, 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 oh. Seems to flash every time I talk. Yeah, I wonder how that's gonna show up in once once I actually have this fully integrated with the mask. Okay, so we got an analog microphone. It works okay. Um, Definitely seemingly not for human voice, given how unsensitive it is, I think. Like it's flashing a lot, but that's because we boosted the values. Yeah. Tapping it is very reliably producing color shifts as expected. But of course, my voice is not going to be strong enough to create the same type of vibrations that's created through a tap. It's progress. It is progress. A non-zero amount of progress. What was it? Thomas Edison, when he was finding the filament for the light bulb, before coming across tungsten, tried like something like 10,000 results, and then people are like, you did all this work and you didn't find the answer, so it all went to waste. But he said, well, he found 10,000 that didn't work. That did not work. We are on session number 2 where things are not working, but things are not working just lets us know that those are the things we should not try again. All right, so next session, I think I have purchased a not an RGB, a Bluetooth module. Let me see where I can find it. So going over to the side cam. This is the Bluetooth module that I purchased. I have not hooked it up yet. It's got its own set of microcontrollers inside. And you can see the antenna wire all the way up on the top as well, which is the little snaky thing. So that will be able to talk to my smartphone. And then let's see next stream if we can get it to send some signals from my smartphone to this chip, and then from this chip over to the circuit to the Arduino to control the lights. Similar to the microphone that we have here, but it's going to be managed directly in software, in computers and in smartphones. So that will be the next stream. We are getting a lot more values now than we were before. I wonder if that's just because man, this is a very stochastic device. And that generates values that don't follow any sort of predictable distribution. All right, we're gonna end the stream right here because it's about 12:40, pretty late for me. I am also rather hungry. We've made some progress, but I will continue making progress next Saturday at 10 o'clock Pacific time. Let me go over to our ending screen. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Alex, thank you so much for your support as well as um, for modding tonight. We had quite a few folks drop by. Alex says, all right, man, good night. And I hope you get some sleep, man. Let's go and see if we can find someone to raid. Science and technology. All right, we got this channel. It's called Dash Ducks. It says relax. Enjoy our pets, the views, and the spots, some wildlife perks. Hopefully they have some good music. No music. Barn Owl Cam. Barn Owl Cam. Ooh, this is kind of scary, actually. Oof. Hmm. We've got someone who is apparently, oh, this person's a complete newbie. He's doing 24 hours of learning C++. Complete newbie. Yeah. Let me send you guys over to him. Raid channel. The Bearded Gamer. All right, science and technology. All right. I will see you guys hopefully in a future stream. I stream on Wednesdays and Saturdays at 8 p.m. and I'm usually a Genshin streamer. Um, Thank you guys for stopping by. I'm gonna start the raid. Please do enjoy the content. And I'm gonna press the raid now button right now. Right now. Right now.